Man, here goes Angela Lee playing the woman victim card. Man, let's get right into this context.
Lone woman, because you were the lone woman on this show with a lot of bravado, with a lot of edge, disruptive, and that's why millions of people love the show. It seemed to me that people were always riding you.
Yeah, and I was the only woman who worked there too. I mean, when it came to producers, camera people, and it wasn't an easy room for me to be in.
I didn't know that.
So I feel like I did need more backup, because even things that I felt as a woman, it is, if somebody can't understand your point of view because they're not coming from where you come from. And so that was hard for me too, to be the only woman there with nobody to be like, check somebody, you shouldn't have said that like that. It's just me. And there were times I did do that behind the scenes because we should be able to do that. That's part of what it is. I'm not always gonna agree, but it's hard when nobody's like, you know what, she's right. Or let's all have a conversation about this. It's just kind of like you say what you say and then it is.
Okay, I'll give her the benefit of the doubt, okay? I do agree that, this is just regular company shit. I do agree that, when complaints are brought up to management or upper management or whoever, there should be no, negative repercussions to it. Like, if she's uncomfortable or whatever the case is, everyone should be able to voice their displeasure without, retaliation. I agree with that. I do definitely agree with that. That was the only point that she said in that video that I actually agreed with, though. Now, my question, right, besides that first point, was she trying to say that because she was the only woman there, her job was harder? Or did I misinterpret? That's not my only interpretation, but was she trying to say that it was a little bit more difficult to do her job because she was a woman? And I understand what she's trying to say, because the Breakfast Club was a little bit more edgy. I mean, it got very politically correct, left-leaning in the last few years, Charlemagne. But the Breakfast Club is only the Breakfast Club because of Charlemagne. Angela, of course, maybe some people appreciated her input on those interviews or whatever the case is, and her rumor report, but the Breakfast Club, as what we know of it today, and the most viral clips from the Breakfast Club, revolves around Charlemagne the God. So any complaints from Angela Yu, we most likely not even listening. But I'm glad she said this because she was called out about it, and we got to discuss that. Now, DJ Envy was the first one to call her out. He said, that's cap. It's cap. That she said she was the only woman working there. And this is another thing. I give her the benefit of the doubt. Maybe she just misspoke. Her words were taken out of context, whatever the case is. She was the only woman, seen on camera. She was the only woman on the microphone. She was the only woman co-host. But there's no way in hell, and like I said, this is just regular company shit. There's no way in hell she's the only woman to work at that whole radio station. I don't believe that at all. I couldn't believe that. It's just common sense. I guess it's not common sense, but it's just labor laws at that point. It's just human resources, violations at that point. There's no way you having a full-on company of however much people and only one woman is there, unless it's a private company. But we know it's not. So there's no way she could have been the only woman there. There's no way. And I'm glad DJ Envy called her out about that. I didn't believe it anyway. I just chalked it up to her being like the only woman co-host, surrounded by DJ Envy and Charlemagne. That's what I chalked it up to. But she got everybody up in arms by her saying that. Now, Little Mama also called her out, and this was really interesting. Little Mama says, "Oh please, she was up there playing foul games too. She has helped make many women of color especially feel like the only woman in that room numerous times. Rock throwing, hand hiding B." Now, this is my main narrative. Why is it that black women have this mentality that just because they're women and women of color, whatever the case is, that they're supposed to, like, they use that as a crutch, damn near. Like, oh, you're, as a woman of color as well, you shouldn't be doing that. You should be supporting me. You should be, and all of that. Now I know there's a term called, not all skin folk is your kinfolk or some shit like that. And I look at that term different now. Like, why would you even expect that? Just because they look like you or whatever case, or the same gender as you or whatever, you can't expect that to be a reason for them to support you and for them to defend you. I don't hear men saying, "Oh, as a as a man as well, you should be defending me." We don't go around talking like that. Like, little mama, I understand your point, and I understand that a lot of women like to play that card right there, that victim card right there. But just because that's what you are, don't mean that everybody has to defend you just because of that. What about the equality that y'all feminists are fighting for? You can't want that same equality, but want people to stand up for you just because you're a woman. It don't work that way. And don't get me wrong, because most guys would stand up for women in a room anyway. Just because, just because that's how we are raised. But y'all can't be playing that card and at the same time want to play the equality card, because men don't play like that. Men can't play that victim card and then want equality. Where you can't do that. So Angela Yee, I understand what she's saying. I guess it was like, there's been many times where she probably wanted to speak and DJ Envy and Charlamagne's voices drowned her out. I get that, but that's just how it was. And if we thinking about it, we think about the hierarchy of the Breakfast Club with them three. Most people wanted to hear DJ Envy and Charlamagne's voice anyway. And plus, she got her own gig now, so whatever. But either way, she's playing that woman victim card when she's been with the damn company for how much years? They built up the Breakfast Club, I get that. But the Breakfast Club as we know it is only that way because of Charlamagne, or mainly because of him, okay? Like, I don't know if she's trying to play sympathy or like looking for sympathy points or whatever the hell the case is. Either way, the Breakfast Club as we know it is Charlamagne's show, practically, pretty much. Let me know what y'all think about this though. Do you think Angela was playing the victim card? Or what? Like, what do you think her narrative was? What was she trying to purport, with those statements? You know what I'm saying? Let me know what y'all think. Made it to the end. I really appreciate it, man. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you. More videos coming soon.